Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust. Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers comprehensive auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus, benefits like 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything, from making the claim, through the repair process, to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits. A $2,000 value, free.
Visit EnduranceWarranty.com for your fast free quote today. That's EnduranceWarranty.com.
Stop by Sherwin-Williams and get 30% off select paints and stains June 13th through the 23rd. It's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Refresh your home inside and out with colors that make every space feel brand new. From cozy interiors to stunning exteriors, we've got the perfect shade for your next project. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
This is a podcast from Minute Media.
Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, kiddies. This is yours duly, John Kassir, the voice of The Crypt Keeper. And you're listening to Slasher Radio.
Welcome to Slasher Radio. I don't want to talk to you. My name is Mikey Bone.
What the hell kind of way is that to greet our listeners?
Because you just like before I don't know, man. You are a ball buster extraordinaire is what you are.
I don't even know what you're so upset about. We're just talking about Below Deck.
It evolved. Below Deck's enough to annoy me with you.
That show's amazing.
Rob Humphrey and Kat Valor. Kat, I still stand by your last name is very fun to say.
I'm glad.
Nice that you could be here tonight, Kat.
Yeah. Thank you.
For the whole thing.
I'm not going to comment. I'm just going to thank you and move on.
Did you hear all that shit Mikey was talking about you last week?
Yeah, Mikey was talking shit about me last
unbelievable.
week.
The balls of him.
I know.
Yeah. Like I told you, Kat knows how to work the Patreon. Unlike you.
Yeah, I actually can hear these things.
Nobody can hear it. Nobody can hear the Patreon shows.
We just record them for our good health. Jesus Christ. We're back this week. What the hell did we do? Oh God, last week. Yeah.
See you to Chucky.
Yeah, what did we do last week, Mikey?
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Mikey's favorite movie.
It is not my favorite movie. We didn't really get any. Greg didn't let us know as of yet his stance on. I still can't believe the audacity of you two with that whole Book of Shadows thing.
It's a terrible movie.
They're both terrible movies.
Agreed.
It's been hanging over me, and I don't like it.
You know what's been hanging over us? We had to watch Seed of Chucky.
I had to watch it too, you know.
Yeah, but you liked it, apparently.
I did not like it.
And you picked it.
You picked fucking Book of Shadows that time because you wanted to see. At least I knew this was bad. You brought us along for your little science experiment.
Yeah, people were telling me it was good. Turns out people are full of shit.
Yeah, they are. That was the worst part of it all, too. It's like, I just, people are saying this, and I want to say, so you make us watch it, too.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it in years, and I thought, well, maybe it really is good. Maybe I just, Nope, it's not.
Kat, I feel like this was his, he was trying to like, oh, look at the movie that I picked and it's really good, and get all this comeuppance for it, and it's like, no, big old turd.
It was.
I'm glad it's a turd.
I'm glad you watched it.
I'm glad you watched Seed of Chucky.
But we've got a better movie this week, is the important thing.
Yeah.
Moving on to bigger and better things for Slasher Radio. It's a trend that we want to really appreciate, especially on a Patreon pick, because I have heard that this is not going to last. I got my 1 week. I will take it, and we're going to appreciate the hell out of it while it's here.
Yes, this is a Patreon week. Every month, you guys can pick. Well, patrons can pick. They vote on and pick our movie topic 1 week out of the month, every single month. And Rob had poked the bear, the patrons, and I'm just glad that this whole process happened before the episode came out.
Don't blame it on me.
You literally called
the
them
one
out, right?
No,
that said, do your worst.
Bitches. I said bitches. I know that. Now, also, one other thing. This sounds really interesting, Mikey. How would I become a patron if I wanted to?
Well, you could go to Slasher Radio, patreon.com/Slasher Radio.
Patreon.com/Slasher Radio. Interesting. And it must cost like $1,000 though.
No, tiers starting as low as $3 a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a deal.
Yeah, you get all kinds of extra content. We just recorded, what'd you call that game?
Tagline Terror.
We recorded that. That'll be out on the Patreon. That's already out by the time you're listening to this on the Patreon. Also, speaking of the Patreon, I'm glad that we're on this topic early. The Bam Box horror unboxing video thing that I did is out on Patreon right now, and starting today is going to be giveaway for Cat claimed one pin. There's 2 pins, the Killer Tomato pins. Cat claimed one, so I'm going to send one to Cat. So we're going to give away one of the other ones, the other pin, and I'm going to give away the artwork. Since it's the first one, I'm feeling generous, and I'm going to give that out as well. So if you're not a patron, you better sign up, or that's it. Those are the only people that are in this giveaway. Period.
Right.
Nobody else.
None of you freeloaders.
No.
You get enough free shit from us. You take and you take and you take.
All right.
And I did sign up for Horror Pack.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I will be getting the June pack. I don't know when the fuck it shows up or anything else, but I will be getting that, and I'll do an unboxing. And, if there's any bullshit in there, I'll give it away.
Good way to put it.
Yeah.
I put it as feeling generous and all that. You can say any bullshit.
Yeah, there ain't bullshit in there. And I not for nothing. I own quite a few Blu-rays, so I might get some doubles or whatever.
Oh.
Could be something good, but I've already got it. I don't know. I have no idea what the fuck they're gonna send me. I don't even know what to expect.
Right. And that's fun of it. And you guys get to go through that, my the box that I had some cool shit in there, man. Like, it was exciting, and that was kind of shared with viewers and stuff. So next week I'm going to select a winner at random, 2 winners for the pin and the artwork. Whoever's not a patron by our next recording around next Saturday, which is the 4th, which is the 4th. That's the cutoff. So if you're not a patron, you're not in for the giveaway. Go to patreon.com/Slasher Radio to sign up. This is probably going to be a monthly thing, depending on what we get and how we're feeling. So don't miss out. You're free shit.
Yeah.
Also, we don't have a voicemail, but we have a text message, guys.
What? A fucking text message?
A text message. Yeah, remember we had one before?
We did?
We did one time.
All right.
Yeah, I think it was Brittany on Twitter. If you want to leave a voicemail or send a text message to the show,
trace the call. It's coming from inside the house.
The number is 917-397-KILL. That's 917-397-5455. You can call up, text in about anything regarding the show, anything regarding horror, we'll discuss it and play it. And this text message is from, they just go by B. Just the letter B.
Just B?
Just B.
All right.
And the text was, hey there.
Do you get B's phone number?
I do have B's phone number.
All right. Sign up for the Patreon. We'll give that away too.
No, we will not. The text from B. What's the matter with you?
B, you better sign up and hope you win your own phone number.
Yeah, we gotta put on the website.
Greg got it.
Holy shit. He be calling B at 4:00 in the morning screaming about fucking who knows what.
Jaws the Revenge.
Holy shit. We gotta put one of those things on our website, like we will not sell or give away your information to our patrons.
Just to the patrons, though. Everyone else
You can have B's number. I'm just kidding.
Well, we won't give it away, but somebody want to buy
sell it.
I mean, B, for the right price, I don't know why anyone would pay a large amount of money for your phone number, but if someone did, I'm sorry. The text message reads, hey there, wavy emoji. I was wondering if you guys heard of the new American Horror Story season based on Freddy Krueger. Anyways, love the show. Bye. Kissy face emoji. Love you too, B. That's
awesome. A little fresh, B. I'm not comfortable with all this.
Leave him or her alone. We don't know.
Face and emojis.
Leave him alone. I don't know if you guys heard anything. I did a little looking around on this. There is an image going around.
I'm pretty sure that's a scam, right?
Yes, there's a Freddy Krueger glove, and someone put American Horror Story logo next to it. That I know for a fact that glove is, I don't know what it's for, but it's not for that. And in fact, I used it as a gamer tag like forever ago. Like I know what that picture of the glove is, and no, the American Horror Story, they're very tight-lipped with their content and their topics and everything. So I don't think we would hear about it until they want us to hear about it. And I know there's a whole rights thing. Like I think Warner Brother owns Freddy and Nightmare, and I know. I'm sorry. I think this is just something going around.
The Wes Craven estate owns the Nightmare on Elm Street rights.
Do they?
Yeah, it reverted to them at some point, somehow, some way, because I know they were taking pitches at one point for the movie.
That's a good thing.
Well, that was years ago, and they haven't done shit with it. So,
damn.
Yeah.
I had seen the image floating around, but yeah, we're not that lucky.
I hadn't seen the image. I don't know anything about it. Honestly, in my opinion, we are lucky. I don't want American Horror Story fucking around Freddy Krueger. They'll just do something dumb.
That's true. That's true. I've gotten, I'm probably also be the wrong person to be involved in this conversation of this question, because I've gotten suspended on Twitter over American Horror Story. Like I don't get me started on them, but I don't think they would do a good job with Nightmare on Elm Street, and I would rather personally them not touch it. But maybe something based on it wouldn't be horrible.
We'll see.
I will say it's not the franchise I would prefer for them to mess with, because it is near and dear to my heart. And when they get it right, they get stuff right, but statistically, it's unlikely to happen.
Yeah, it seems highly unlikely, and I can't imagine that would happen. So,
and I know for a fact that this image going around, I just sent it in the group for Rob to look at. I know that's not what that's for. So, sorry to burst your bubble, B. I don't know if you were looking forward to that or not, but and that another thing too, like I said, they're like Walking Dead with that. Like you don't hear what they're doing beforehand.
So, yeah. All right.
Thanks for texting the show, though, B.
Yeah, thanks for texting, B. Thanks for your number.
What's wrong with you? You're trying to get us sued.
No. B will be a good sport.
Could you imagine Greg having somebody's phone number, though? Shit. I don't like that he has our Zooms. Dangerous enough. Kat, did you want to? I have instead of a news segment, I figured we'd play a game since news is slow. But Kat, didn't you want to?
What about drink roll call?
Oh yeah, let's do drink roll call, and then I've got some news.
Okay.
What are you drinking, Mikey?
Jack Daniels in a can.
All right. What flavor you got?
I have watermelon punch.
Ooh. All right. It sounds really sweet. Is it really sweet?
It's not overly sweet like you would think. And also I have the gummies that I have are watermelon as well, so I'm doubled up on watermelon.
All right. So it mixes well.
Yeah.
Kat, what are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking red wine tonight from a box.
Ooh,
very fancy.
The best kind of wine.
Very white of you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right out the box, or do you have a glass?
I do have a glass.
Okay.
I have this is going to make you happy, Rob. I have a Frodo Baggins glass.
Well, I don't mind Frodo so much. It was Bilbo, though.
Yeah, it was Bilbo.
Fuck that motherfucker.
I don't think they did Bilbo ones.
Yeah. All right. So at least you got a glass. You're not like tilting your head under that little tap thing.
No.
That's what I pictured her doing.
Yeah. All right.
We're not that drunk yet.
I am drinking Liquid Death tonight.
Drinking water. Stop making it sound good.
It sounds much cooler if I say I'm drinking Liquid Death.
Listen, if you pay the extra to be drinking Liquid Death instead of filtered tap water, you can sound as cool as you want.
That's fair. Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah. And Mr. Cat's boyfriend thought it was beer.
He did think it was beer.
Leave him alone.
He's a nice, I'm sure he's a lovely fellow. I don't know how he makes his way in the world.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
so,
Mr. Cat's boyfriend.
No, I'm drinking Liquid Death. I had planned on going to the liquor store, but then I fell asleep and I woke up and I was like, shit, I still got to watch the movie. So I didn't have time to go to the liquor store.
I had a very similar day.
Yeah.
I took a nap too today. Yeah, maybe today was just nap
day.
Yeah.
Every day is nap day for me. I love a nap.
I fell asleep on the couch.
That's where I fell asleep. There is nothing on earth better than a couch nap.
Yeah, but I didn't. I went up and got in bed. I even made my dog come with me.
No, I didn't do that.
Like, he wouldn't come, so I had to get back up. And I was like, "It's for us." And me and him snuggled and took a nap.
Mm.
Yeah, it was nice. Anyway, Kat, what did you want to? What news you got?
Oh, so this is actual. Usually we talk about horror news. I want to talk about some actual real world news, which I usually we try to avoid. But scientists in the U.S. using CRISPR have genetically engineered a hamster to be a little rage mutant. And I think we need to talk about it. Not only does it sound like the premise of a horror movie, as many people have been tagging me with on Twitter today, it is the beginning of All of Us Are Dead.
Yep, this is the end.
Yeah.
We see it right now. We see it right now.
But people kept sending that to me this morning, and it's like, they're like, what kind of horror movie is this? And it's like, it's a Korean show.
Yeah.
It exists. We've been talking about it.
Yeah.
Wait. This is new to me.
Oh, okay.
I didn't. What are people doing to poor hamsters? They're what?
So yeah, they've genetically modified a hamster to be more aggressive.
In what? In a toaster oven, like, or what?
A toaster? Yeah. Well, yeah, they get pretty pissed off when you put them in a toaster oven.
Hamster in a toaster oven, it gets real mad.
I'd imagine that pissed me off. What were they using to do that now?
Using CRISPR.
What is CRISPR?
It's like a genetic thing.
It's as close as you can get to like open source software for genetic engineering. It's very controversial because it's too widely accessible to idiots who can make zombie hamsters.
Well, speaking of idiots, I thought it was like a fucking air fryer or something.
So imagine a bunch of little 28 days later hamsters running around. That's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing.
That?
Because they can and they're dumb.
Yeah. It's why people were mad about CRISPR. And now, sure enough.
Okay, I'm high All right, I'm just gonna put that out there right now, and you guys are putting some heavy shit on me right now.
Sorry.
So we need to. I gotta
people
gather.
kept tagging me.
Right. So now, like this CRISPR thing, I'm looking at it right now. DNA, all this shit. That is fucking wild, man. I've heard of this CRISPR thing before, which is why I thought it was like a fucking, some kind of glorious microwave. And this is crazy, man. So what? Like, what the fuck would make people do that with a hamster? They'll do some damage, dude, if you get like a whole pack of those little things.
Well, now you can get a whole bunch of them, but they're, hyper aggressive. The actual headline, for anyone wondering, it comes from Metro. A gene editing experiment turns fluffy hamsters into quote unquote aggressive mutant rage monsters. So I wasn't exaggerating. The headline might have been exaggerating a little bit, but I'm not pulling this out of nowhere, guys. People kept tagging me in this article this morning, and it was like, listen, I know it's bad.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like that iRobot shit. Like, remember however many months ago that video, that robot came out?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, dude. What are we doing? Like, there's movies all over the place of what happens if you do shit like this. You're fucking doing it anyway. Damn. See, now, Deep Blue Sea with this CRISPR thing could be real.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
It shouldn't be.
So could Attack of the Killer Donuts.
Yeah.
I wish I could fucking mute you. I really do.
Anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about.
That's crazy, man.
I know that there was a lot of talk for a while about late stage capitalism,
Yeah.
But I really feel like our problem is deeper than that. I feel like we're at just late stage planet Earth.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, or at least late stage human race.
I think some people have seen that we're heading in a bad direction, and they're like, I don't want to draw this out. Let's bring out the zombie hamsters. If that's where we're going, let's just get there.
Yeah, we're all going to be dead soon enough.
Which honestly, kind of my attitude at this point, where it's like, I'm not going to start working out again. Like, if the zombie hamsters need to eat me, I understand.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but I joined a gym. So.
Have you gone yet? Or
I have not. I have not been there.
You're still letting them take your money for nothing.
They take my money every month, and I haven't been there.
Cancel it.
I don't have a bag to go.
So cancel it.
I can't cancel it. Where am I going to work out if I cancel it?
We're not working out now. Cancel it.
But I think you have to go in there to cancel it.
Now's a bad time to not be doing any cardio.
Yeah.
We've got real fast zombies coming our way.
They make it real easy to sign up online, but you have to actually go into the gym to cancel it. And I'm just like,
how about this? You give me your address and all that stuff that is needed, and you pay me that money for like a year every month, and I'll cancel it for you.
Oh,
but I don't know. I do see that apparently China started using that CRISPR thing for like dogs.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's sad. I don't like that shit. I don't know. That's weird. But yeah, they're like making these muscular fucking like that Russian dog that, that picture was a meme forever ago. I don't know. That's weird, man. I don't like
They're making like an Ivan Drago dog.
Yeah, that dog will fuck you up. I don't think we should be able to like have high school kids play with genes and DNA and like this is bad.
Nah, high school kids are responsible.
Yeah. God damn, like just think about the shit that they would do. That's scary.
I'd like to look into this. I wonder what I could do with this.
Holy shit.
Figure out how to harness this power.
Could you imagine the Rob clone that he would make of himself?
Oh no.
God.
When I make one strong enough, I'm sending it right for Jason Blum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other reason I can't cancel the gym. What if we don't get Halloween ends on time?
You better have started working out a couple years ago. Fight that fight. Yeah, that's scary, man. That's really sad. I don't like that stuff.
Well, thanks for bringing the show down, Kat. Appreciate
You're welcome. I didn't expect Mikey to go like down the CRISPR rabbit hole. I was just I just wanted to talk about that zombie show again, but
You really had me thinking that they were putting these fucking hamsters in like some kind of a new microwave, and it's like was radiation and whatever was fucking up the hamsters, and Jesus Christ. I was too high for that information. Like, you threw it at me way too fast. I wasn't ready.
I assumed you had seen it. I assumed that like if I was getting tagged, everyone was getting tagged in this shit. It's probably just because I talked about that show so much.
Our listeners think highly of you, huh? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Anyway, that's what I woke up to this morning, though, also, because like not only had people like I got a bunch of like DMs and stuff where people are just sending me like aggressive mutant rage monster hamster gifs, and I'm like, what did I stumble into?
God damn.
It's too early in the morning.
Cat, Rob, I think they're trying to like get Cat to do something here. Like, why is everybody coming to Cat?
I don't know.
Yeah, how have I become the expert on this? Sure, feel my pain, guys.
Yeah.
I say keep sending it to her though, because I don't want that bullshit.
I'll just bring it to you.
Yeah. I just get fucking gabagool stuff now. Fucking Rob.
I don't send you any of that. I haven't sent you a gabagool thing in a long time.
But other people do because of you.
I can't control what other people do. If I could control what other people do, we'd be living in a whole different world.
I don't want to think about that. All right, so
I told you before that the only thing that's I think has stopped me from being one of the world's greatest dictators is the fact that I don't have a balcony.
This mute button is looking better and better and better and better.
Hello. Do you want to play a game?
All right, so I figured instead of news, even though that was the most amazing thing I've heard in a long time, I figured we'd play a quick little game of Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I'm sure everybody knows the game. Everybody listening, you pick one that you want to F, one that you want to marry, and one that you got to kill.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll start. I have a list of a couple for you guys specifically, each. And but let's start off with you guys having the same selection and see how the list goes. Rob, let's start with you. F, marry, kill. Feast 1, Feast 2, Feast 3.
Oh, geez. You fuck Feast 3, you marry Feast 1, and you kill Feast 2.
Okay. Cat, same selection.
That might be my answer. Wait, fuck Feast 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, marry Feast 1. Yeah, that's correct. That's the correct answer, objectively.
Agreed. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Rob, Sharks of the Corn, Bad CGI Sharks, Santa Jaws.
You fuck Sharks of the Corn, you marry Santa Jaws, and you kill bad CGI sharks.
What?
Oh, wait, no.
No.
Cat, same question. What did he do?
Okay, so you kill Sharks of the Corn. Oh, this is tough. Yeah, I guess you fuck Santa Jaws and marry bad CGI sharks.
Yeah.
If I could fuck and marry bad CGI sharks.
So you're marrying bad CGI sharks, huh?
Yeah, bad CGI sharks for life.
Okay.
I mean, the good thing about when you marry bad CGI sharks is you get to fuck them like on your birthday and anniversary.
Yeah.
So like every year, a couple times a year. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys ever been married, but that's how it kind of works out.
Sharks of the Corn, Rob. Shame on you. That one should go. I like cats better.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, but you got to make these decisions.
I kill them all. All right, so here I personalized a little bit for you guys. Rob, fuck, marry, kill. Zodiac, Black Christmas, Friday the 13th, Part 6.
Which Black Christmas?
The original.
Okay.
Very
Christ.
important.
This is a tough one for you.
This is very, very tough. All right, so I'm gonna. I know right away of those movies, I'm going to kill Friday 6th.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
What? Really?
Damn.
It's a great movie, but it's not as good as the other two.
Wow.
I'm gonna marry Zodiac and I'm gonna fuck Black Christmas.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
I'm a little shocked here. All right.
We're asking the tough questions on Slasher Radio today.
You made that one hard, Mike. I don't appreciate it.
Well, this is a hard one for Kat as well. And I'm going to see who likes Black Christmas the most here.
Uh-oh.
Kat, your list, your choices are Fuck, Marry, Kill, Black Christmas, Cube, X.
Ooh. That's a very thematically funny question for X.
It certainly is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm gonna marry X. X
Okay.
every day for life, birthdays, anniversaries. That's fair.
yeah, you just get birthdays and anniversaries, Kat. Don't get crazy with every day. I mean, you might think it's going to be every day, you know. It's not.
That's okay. X has prepared me for that. I understand. And I have a backup plan for when it stops. Again, thanks to X. Wow, that is hard. I think I have to. Rob likes Black Christmas better than me because I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna fuck Cube.
Damn. Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. We got some remakes now. Kat, we'll start with you.
Okay.
Fuck, Marry, Kill. Candyman remake. Night of the Living Dead remake with Tony Todd, the 1990. Or Halloween 2018.
Ooh. Ooh.
Well, Halloween 2018 is not a remake. It's a direct sequel to the originals we discussed on the Patreon episode.
I understand, but it's close enough. All right. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. I'm gonna kill the Night of the Living Dead remake.
Ooh.
Okay. I don't like it, but that's where we're at. I'm going to marry Halloween 2018.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna fuck Candyman. Here's the thing about I chose my words very carefully there. Here's the thing about Halloween 2018 is that as much as I enjoy the movie and could settle down with it, it's not sexy. It's not like a sexy remake.
That's fair. That's really fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Rob.
Yes, sir.
My Bloody Valentine remake.
Okay.
Friday the 13th remake. Evil Dead remake.
All right. I will marry the My Bloody Valentine remake.
Wow.
I will fuck the Evil Dead, and I will kill the Friday.
This is why I say that Halloween is your favorite. This is why. Look, you killed Friday twice.
Okay, but one was the remake.
Yeah, one of them was the remake. It's not. I mean, it's not a very good remake. It's okay, but it's not very. I mean, it's.
I agree with your list right here, your selections, but damn. Okay.
Of course, you agree with them. I'm always right.
Anyway, speaking of your favorite franchise, I broke this up by favorite franchises. So, Rob, I gave you Halloween. Here's your selection: Fuck, Marry, Kill. Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween 3.
I really thought you were going to say Resurrection instead of 3.
I'm not going to make it that easy for him.
Well, I'm going to marry Halloween.
Okay.
I'm going to fuck Halloween 3
because it's got Tom Atkins.
Yeah.
In it.
Damn it. I didn't even.
Yeah. And I'm gonna kill Halloween 2.
Son of a bitch. Okay. You're going to kill Halloween 2. Rob.
Very, very good movie. Very good movie. But.
You're really gonna on mustache alone. You're gonna kill Halloween 2.
Yeah, because that mustache fucks.
This is recorded, and I want you to know everybody just heard that. Kat, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Uh-oh.
Fuck, Marry, Kill, Nightmare on Elm Street, the original then Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Master, Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Warriors.
Oh man. So I mean, you know, I'm always sticking up for Dream Master and stuff, but that's got to be the one you kill, and then fuck Dream Warriors and marry the original.
Damn.
It's sad, but
yeah. Dream Warriors is a good fuck movie. You know, it's like it had a lot going on. It was very. I guess it's old of me to say hip. Is the best way to describe it. You know, like it had.
Oh,
that
Lord, Grandpa.
I know, right? What the fuck? It had that punk rock feel to it, kind of. Yeah, very good. Good list. I agree with Rob's was shit for the Halloween there.
you had to know because of Tom.
It was perfect.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Rob. Just to prove a point. That's what you do. Nice. Rob.
Yeah.
We have this one is I took this from our Murder by Numbers, and I took our top. Well, you guys' tops. For each franchise. So Rob, Friday the 13th Part 6, the original Halloween, New Nightmare. Fuck, marry, kill.
I'm gonna marry Halloween.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna fuck Friday and I'm gonna kill New Nightmare.
Kat, I think I just tricked him into telling us what his favorite
I think
was.
so.
No, because that's not the franchise as a whole. That's just
Halloween
that one
for
movie.
life.
I don't know, Rob. But that's the best of the best. Like you took the best of each one, though.
If I were to rank all those movies, like in every franchise, Halloween would still be be number one. Halloween is, in my opinion, the best horror movie ever made.
Just leave that there.
That's not The Shape of Water.
Kat.
Yeah.
Halloween 2018, Jason X, Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Warriors. Fuck, marry, kill.
Dream Warriors?
I know. I just did it to make it harder.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that is harder. You've got to kill Jason X, right?
Okay.
As fun as it is to have it on there. And Halloween.
I mean, I don't know. Jason X could be awful fun in the bedroom.
Jason X could be awful scary in the bedroom. I'm gonna kill Jason X. I think I'm gonna stick with. I'm gonna marry Halloween 2018 and fuck Dream Warriors.
Wow.
Again.
Okay.
Dream Warriors is fun.
Fair enough.
Halloween 2018 is
fair enough.
Fun game.
All right, Rob. Fuck, marry, kill. Terrifier. Halloween Resurrection.
There it is.
And Rob Zombie's Halloween. Have fun.
Oh, you motherfucker. All right.
Have fun.
I will marry Terrifier.
Wow.
I will fuck Rob Zombie's Halloween and I will kill Resurrection.
Oh, that's surprising.
Rob.
Did you do that just to mess with Mikey?
No, I'm pretty sure that if
All
you
right.
looked at my Halloween rankings, you would see that Resurrection is at the bottom.
Come on, man. That's fucking wrong. What the hell's the matter with you? Kat, this is a shit list for you.
All right.
Fuck, marry, kill, Rubber, Blair Witch Book of Shadows, and Siege of Chucky.
Oh,
Kill
God.
them all.
Yeah, is killing them all an option?
No.
I mean, I'm gonna kill Rubber.
Nice.
Is just how that goes. Oh God. I guess I'm gonna marry Blair Witch.
Good choice.
And fuck Seed of Chucky.
Jennifer Tilly.
Jennifer Tilly.
Jennifer Tilly. All right, that's fair list. Rubber got killed. I'm happy. That's good.
Rob muted. He's just seething.
You just said Rubber's worse to see the Chucky and Book of Shadows. Just that. It was great.
It is.
It is. I agree.
Work of art.
Mm-hmm. I want to tug at your heartstrings again, Rob. I'm changing this one up. Friday the 13th. This is just franchise movies, you know, not the specific movie. Friday the 13th, Halloween, and The Thing. I'm trying to find out something about you tonight.
Well, The Thing doesn't really have a franchise.
Well, but it's an entity.
I mean, there's two movies.
It is what it is, man. Is it enough?
What is it again?
Halloween, Friday the 13th, and The Thing.
Oh, I'll move to Utah and marry all of them.
No.
It's allowed there, right?
I don't know.
It's actually not. I actually just read Under the Banner of Heaven, and I wish I hadn't. I now know too much about Utah and its marriage laws, and I don't like it.
Utah's weird.
It's weird.
There's something going on in Utah that we need to have looked into. Because they also don't sell real beer there.
That's the problem in Utah. They do have polygamy cults, but they're illegal.
Oh God.
Well, I don't care. You know what? The laws of man are not going to tell me who I can love and who I can't.
That's actually like a pretty common stance in the polygamy cults.
Yeah. So, that's the answer. I moved to Utah. I start my own cult. Marry all three.
No, you're not going to move to Utah. You just said it sucked. And
there's no real beer.
Could never
there.
have real beer again.
You have to import it, is what you have to do.
Good luck getting margarita in a can.
And then you had to pay a tax on it or some shit. I don't know. Utah is weird, and we need to look into it.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
All right. So Friday, Halloween, The Thing. Even though two are franchises and one's not.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to kill The Thing.
Yes.
Because it's not a franchise. I'm gonna marry Friday and fuck Halloween.
I don't think your heart was in that, but okay.
It's tough. I like them both.
I don't know if Kat's gonna be able to answer this one.
Uh-oh.
You're 3, Kat.
You can't move to Utah, apparently.
I'm gonna move to Utah.
No. Bad CGI sharks.
Oh.
The Perfection.
Oh.
And Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, yeah. Oh no. I'm sorry. Because those guys, if they listen to us, I'm really sorry about this, but I killed bad CGI sharks.
There's no way they still listen to us after what Mikey said.
Yeah, they're dicks to me.
I married Cabin in the Woods, and I fucked The Perfection.
Wow.
Honestly, I watched The Perfection again this last week, and I would love to get in on some of that.
You and me both.
It's a sexy movie.
Yeah. I hated that movie, but damn, I like both those girls. Crazy eyes.
Jesus. All right. I have one last one for you guys. And Kat, we'll start with you.
Okay.
You have to pick between Sweeney Todd, Freddy Krueger, and Benny from Benny Loves You.
Oh no. How old is Benny? This might be a creepy question.
Oh, shit.
It's a creepy question no matter what.
I have like the Mrs. Lovett fantasy of just standing next to Sweeney Todd at the altar. That checks out. I'll marry him.
Okay.
You are aware that he kills his wife, right?
It's fine. It was an accident.
Dumb, stupid ass.
Yeah, it's if you fuck him that you really have to worry about, because the mistresses don't last long in that. It's a much more violent end. Yeah, I guess. I don't like this next part at all. I mean,
it's tough.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Benny did grow up with what's his name, so I'd imagine.
That's true. I still think maybe fuck Freddy.
That's fair.
Kill Benny.
Oh, you're gonna kill Benny.
Good luck killing Benny.
I feel like I might not have to kill Benny. I feel like fucking Freddy Krueger might kill me.
That's fair. All right, Rob. Similar question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Victor Crowley, Jason Voorhees, and Benny from Benny Loves You.
I don't want to fuck any of them.
Yeah, fuck one of them, buddy.
Well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. So I'm going to fuck Victor Crowley.
Go big.
Yep. Go big or go home. I will marry Jason and I will kill Ben.
Oh, you guys, man, come on.
I don't know. There's something weird about saying you want to fuck or marry Benny. Especially since
weird.
Especially since I own a plushie. People might think I'm fucking it. I don't want that.
It's a bad PR question. But...
Yeah, it's a fucking the doll. Yeah, come on. Why you gotta say stuff like that?
Well, you're the one who brought it up.
Benny was a weird choice.
You knew we all owned Benny plushies.
Well, yeah. Yeah, we do. But it doesn't, I don't know. I was trying to learn where you guys stand on things. I thought it would be fun and interactive and everything. And you had to make it weird, say you were fucking your Benny doll.
And you try to make me pick between Halloween and Friday.
I did make you pick between Halloween and Friday.
Yeah. And you still, meanwhile, on the fence about your favorite franchise.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's not funny. We don't bring that up.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real problem.
It's a crisis. Is what it is. It's an identity crisis.
It is, man. I just had this conversation with somebody yesterday. I was talking to somebody and they were like, "Oh, what's your favorite?" I was like,
Yeah.
Mikey just broke down into tears at the bar the other day. I don't know.
I don't, man. It's fucking weird.
I need to check in on my Benny plushie, though. He might be getting mad at me.
Uh-oh.
I haven't pushed that button in a while.
Nobody loves you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that was fun, though. You guys, good for you. You guys are troopers. You handled that pretty well, other than Rob trying to pull that Utah shit.
I thought that was a valid answer.
No. I like Cat's List better. Rob, you should be ashamed of yourself on some of these.
I'm on to you, Utah. Nobody else sees it, but I see what you're doing.
What are they doing?
Oh, they're fucked up.
I did hear about the liquor thing, man. That is bullshit.
Yeah, you can't get no real liquor.
Like, why do people live there?
Yeah, and did you know this too? They got some weird thing about their bars. Like you can't just go into a bar. You have to be like a member of the. Yeah, and so then like other members can like, I don't know. It's some bullshit, man. It's fucking weird, dude. We need to fucking send the army in there or something before they get too out of hand.
You know, they should merge gyms and bars together. You'd go to that, man. You'd get your money's worth on that one.
I would.
If you could only go to a bar that has a gym in it, you might not participate in the gym stuff, but you would go.
I'd watch.
You would drink beer and eat wings watching people work out.
Absolutely. Who wouldn't?
How counterproductive would that be? Holy shit. All right. That was fun. We're going to take a quick break and we will be right back with the Patreon pick for this week, Return of the Living Dead.
All right, I got to pee real bad. All right, I've been drinking a lot of liquid death.
All right. Rob, you like to go over the stuff that didn't make it and everything on this whole Patreon thing beforehand, right? So
yeah, I like to know all that stuff. I don't know how to work the Patreon, so I don't see it.
This is like our filling you in just on air.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We
order some food
every time. We're just talking about the gym. Now you're gonna order a pizza.
No, I might get some breadsticks though.
Breadsticks.
All right. So the Omen went up, and we got a problem in the votes again, guys. First up, for the first entry was Day of the Dead. That was by Nate, 1985. Very good movie.
Nice pick, Nate.
Yeah, almost won that one. That was another thing. There was a tie this week. We'll get into it all. So that was Nate's pick, Day of the Dead, 1985. Very good pick. Came in second, technically, since there was a tie for first. Greg actually nominated Return of the Living Dead, 1985.
Nice.
Thank you,
pick,
Greg.
Dude, this was a Greg pick, believe it or not. 2 Greg picks in a row, 2 very different movies. From Feast 3 to Return of the Living Dead. You're a whirlwind, Greg. And he even put in there, I'm going to be nice for this home.
We appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm also glad that Rob's words were came out after this was done.
Thank God it wasn't Jaws of Revenge.
Oh, it's going to go up one day, right? And your bring it bitches didn't help. EyeRChris.
Bring it.
EyeRChris.
I don't know why I thought that was so funny.
So stupid.
I'm not even drinking.
Yeah, you're having water.
Lucio Fulci's The Beyond from 1981. That's from EyeRChris. What?
I don't care for that movie that much.
Okay. But now Greg voted. He put another thing in there.
Greg.
He's doubling down.
Greg.
And it's your next, too, on top of everything else. So, here we go again. Then Greg, then Chris comments, damn it, Greg, and then put Morbius.
What? No. What?
Okay, so hold on. I want to go on record. I want to retract my exasperated sigh. I didn't know that Morbius was a joke pick.
Yeah, then that was going to be my next thing.
Because I actually haven't. Usually I'm in on the Patreon stuff. Usually I see them from the site, but you told me before I could check it this week. So I've spent like the last couple days upset with Chris for no reason.
Well, let's be honest. There's always a reason to be upset with Chris.
And Kat, don't lie. You can't see the Patreon stuff.
No, I can see the Patreon stuff.
No one can see it.
I'm literally reading from it right now. Yeah, Chris let me know, hey, look, if you put it on there, we dealt with the headache last time of this was meant, but that was, if it's on there, we're putting it on the fucking list and you guys fight it out amongst yourselves. That's
a dangerous policy because Morbius almost won.
It did. And that was my thing too. Because Rob, when I had said all this went on the voting, and Rob said that just came out as it even out anywhere. And I looked and I was like, oh. What are the odds it's going to win? And it almost fucked around and won. So there was a tie this week for Morbius and obviously Return of the Living Dead. Chris then DM'd me and was like, I was joking. And I was like, oh, well.
Well, obviously he was joking because he was mad at Greg for picking a second thing. So he chose a joke pick.
But keep in mind, too, Chris has... Last time we got into the double posting thing was, well, no, Jinx did it. But before that, it was Chris. And you never know with them. They're sneaky. They're dangerous. I'm not getting into another debacle. So, yeah, Return of the Living Dead it was. And because, just no, I'm not doing Morbius.
No, I'm not watching fucking Morbius.
No one's watching Morbius.
No.
It is not Morbin time.
And then in the comments of the voting post, Chris called out Greg because he thought Greg was the one starting to vote for Morbius. And he said, Greg, I know that's you and I'm disappointed. And Greg said he would never have voted for Morbius. It's funny how they both knew what the fuck each other were talking about. This was a mess this week. I feel like we should have just disqualified them both and did Nate's pick.
Good pick.
It was a good pick, Nate. Good job.
Yeah. But here we are, Return of the Living Dead, 1985.
Also a good pick.
Very good pick. Greg has range.
Mm-hmm.
Beast 3 to this.
Here's my concern about Night of the Living Dead. Here's my concern about Return of the Living Dead. I'm afraid to say this. Because usually when I say this, something goes terribly wrong and Rob gives us sad trivia. But my fear for Return of the Living Dead is that hopefully we're all on the same page, that this is a great movie and there's not going to be a ton to talk about. Right?
Yeah. I had the same fear.
Mikey?
I'm just kidding. I fucking love this movie.
Okay.
This movie's amazing.
I do have a little bit of I'm not going to get into it just yet. I'm going to wait. I'm going to be patient, but I do have a couple of I have a few minutes of review material cuz I did a deep dive into Return of the Living Dead reviews today. Because again,
shit.
I was worried we wouldn't have much to talk about.
I also have some trivia
Nice.
to help us.
And it won't be sad this week.
Have some stuff to talk about. But yeah, now this movie, are you kidding me? This movie's amazing.
I agree. And I mean, hell, we got to look at Tom Matthews.
Yeah.
Friend of the show. Love Tom Matthews. I think his performance in this was phenomenal. You know, Tommy is he's known for Tommy Jarvis, but man, oh man, did he show a lot of range here with, he had so many different things to portray, and I think he fucking nailed it. He was great in this movie.
Absolutely, yeah. So one thing that I do think is really interesting, something to talk about, I really like the portrayal of zombies in this one, which is very interesting because they hit all of the marks of things that I usually don't like to see in zombies. But it was very stylistic. It was very cleverly done. It set a lot of trends. And I think it's really interesting that even though, there are so many like big zombie movies out, they became like such a giant trend. Like a lot of the like cartoon, like a lot of the pop culture zombies that you see, when someone's making a joke or something about them, a lot of that is that like brains moaning kind of zombie that originated in Return of the Living Dead, which I think is really interesting because it's not a movie that gets brought up as often.
Yeah. I mean, I noted that. The zombies in this movie, to me personally, are probably the best iteration of a zombie ever to me, because it's close to what Night of the Living Dead was and all that, and they even paid a little homage to that movie in here, which was, that's the right thing to do.
There's a reason for that,
right? But I think that was there, but they also did, like, when the zombie fucking called in paramedics or whatever, called them. That's fucking perfect.
More
dude.
Cops is like takeout.
Right. It was awesome. And then even at the end where Tom Matthews is like he's like haunting her and taunting her, and that from a zombie is fucking awesome, dude. Love it.
Yeah. Not going to argue too much about anything anybody said about this movie. I love all the performances in this movie. I think everybody is spot on. I don't think that there's anybody who does a bad job. I love Tom Matthews and James Cameron in the beginning of the movie. Just after they have released the gas or whatever the hell it is, they are so goddamn funny together that I wish we had gotten a series of comedies just starring the two of them as like an Abbott and Costello type comedy duo. I mean, their timing together, everything that they do in those scenes is just hilarious.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, like when they were going back and forth in the office, even before that, like, I feel like the reason, how did it happen is great. It's unique. We haven't seen it before. Hell, we get a fucking reason. Mm-hmm. Usually it's just, well, here we are now. This happened. We don't know quite how. And then someone bit someone and it spread. Like they stood away from that. And even nowadays they don't do that. They're not unique.
You know what I really appreciated about the reason is that they had the setup with the army guy that had to be, you get to meet his wife, and they have the whole like I must be reached 24/7 kind of thing. And it's like it was just a little extra thing, but it made it less of like a non sequitur when they're like, oh yeah, the army gave us some living dead,
Right.
Yeah. No, this movie, damn it, I had a great point. Now I don't remember what it was. And I'm only drinking Liquid Death.
Yeah, drink margarita in a can,
man. But yeah, I do like the setup of this movie. And I know what I was going to say. Thank God, a zombie movie that actually says the word zombie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which you never get. Absolutely was thrilled when he said zombie. Now, I think he only says it once. And it's when we're talking about Night of the Living Dead. But Yeah, I'm
Do you
so
know
happy.
if this is the first zombie movie to say zombie in it?
I don't know if it's the first, but it is certainly one of very few. Even today, they don't say zombie. So,
Yeah, they always kind of like, and sometimes I think it's very cleverly done. I really like in Shaun of the Dead, you know, the whole Z word.
Mhm.
Sometimes it really annoys me because they're like, what can we call them? It's not zombies, you
Mhm.
know, and they come up with like something else ridiculous. And it's like, okay, well, we know what they are. And
Right.
especially in like contemporary horror movies, it's like, if you see anything lumbering at you, colloquially, you're going to call it a zombie.
Right. Yeah.
I think another great way to look at this movie is the scene specifically that did it first. I guess I don't know that it shines so bright at me when it cut from that, you know, with what's his name was showing Tom Matthews around, and this is this, that's that, and then they cut to the kids walking down the street with the boombox and everything. Man, in the 80s, that was like, dude, that was like, this to me was one of the most modern 80s movies, like just something that screamed 80s fucking perfectly. That's like shit that well, at least me, I seen like in the 90s, you know, like when they would show shit and it was like it just fucking hits home for you. This was it for the 80s, man. That's why I think EyeRChris, he's a little older than me, but this might be that sweet spot for him, man. Like this movie, it hits home for a lot of people, and I think that's why, because they got so many things in that time's pop culture spot on with this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know, there's just so much to like about this movie, to be honest with you. Like, you know, the soundtrack, I ordered the soundtrack on vinyl today.
Ooh, did
after
you?
watching it. Yeah.
Where from?
Amazon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it like whatchamacallits?
What do you mean?
I always forget the name of that damn place that you showed me. Waxworks.
No,
Like-
it's not. I mean, it's not gonna be that nice.
Okay. Sure.
No, but it'll be the soundtrack.
They should do this one. That's what they should do, Waxworks.
Yeah.
Mm.
That'd
It was
be
a
great.
good soundtrack.
But it's just fun. You know, I mean, the soundtrack actually is just amazing. So, yeah, I enjoy that. I think that it is, it's exactly what they wanted it to be. You know what I mean? Like it's just a silly, fun movie. I think that's clearly what they were shooting for, and that's clearly what they made.
Yeah. And I think they hit the tones they needed to hit when it needed to get a little serious here and there.
That's just what I was going to say, because I think a lot of horror comedies, like especially the funny ones, sometimes don't land the horror element. And one thing that I love about this movie is that as silly as it was to kind of let the zombies talk and as many goofs and gags as there were through that, the fact that they hurt all the time and are aware of it, and that's why they eat brains, like that's some dark zombie lore, you know? And it's like they really hit that, you know, they weren't afraid to go dark with it, and it paid off.
Yeah, I noted that when they tied down that zombie and they were talking to her, and like that was a really cool moment, man. You don't get, they did so many things with zombies in this movie that you don't get to see. Like I say, even fucking today, you would think so many things came from Night of the Living Dead and, you know, things along the way. But no one thought to take from this movie. Like, why? That was like, that was awesome, man. That was like Interview with a Zombie. It was fucking great, man. I love that. That's a movie right there. Do an interview with a vampire with a zombie and get it from that zombies. There's got to be out there, and I'm just not aware of it. But there should be more popular movies where, like, what about a movie from a zombie's point of view? That's an internal struggle that could be a fucking phenomenal film.
Yeah.
Rob, do something.
Rob, we're putting in this over in your department.
Right. I can figure something out, man. That's $1 million idea.
I actually wrote like the
Damn
first
it, I'm muted
short...
again.
What are you doing over there?
I don't know.
Go drink some margarita in a can so you to be sober. God damn it.
The first thing I ever had published was actually from a zombie's point of view.
Really?
Yeah.
Get out of here. That's awesome.
Because I think it's not like a full-length movie or anything, you know,
Right,
and
right.
it sucks that we don't really have that. And I mean, there have been things that have been done where zombies are more eloquent and they can talk and, you know, they kind of talk about that struggle, but a lot of them are so further removed from other aspects of zombie, like there's iZombie and Graveyard Alive. I can never pass up an opportunity to talk about Graveyard Alive, a zombie nurse in love. But but those are just like the mythologies are so different. They almost don't feel like zombies anymore.
Yeah. That was, I really liked that moment. And it wasn't a long scene, but man, I really like this fucking movie because zombies, especially now, we're living in the post Walking Dead age, so we're pretty zombied out for the past decade. And like, man, if we had some of this in there, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I agree. I am struggling to find things to say about this movie because it's all good. Like there are no misses here as far as I can tell.
And it was hard to take notes also because it's like you're just enjoying yourself. Like nothing really sticks out. It's very coherent for the most part.
Something that stuck out to me was the chick dancing balls ass naked.
Yeah,
that stuck out.
She was one of my notes also because when they're describing her, it's like, oh, she's taking off her clothes again. It's like, how often does she do this?
That's a good friend to have, man. It's just like, oh, there she goes.
You know what? They don't deserve her though.
No, they don't.
I've got
they
notes
just
about
left
that.
her to die.
What do you got, Rob?
I got trivia about that. You want to hear it now?
Sure.
All right. When they were shooting Trash's gravestone dance, she was initially completely naked, and then producer Graham Henderson visited the shoot that day, and he threw a fit, telling the director Dan O'Bannon that you can't show pubic hair on television.
What the fuck?
So Dan sent Liana Quigley, the actress, away and had her completely shaved, which Liana herself said was the most embarrassing part of the whole thing. And then they did another shoot, to which Graham Henderson cried out, "Oh God, that's even worse. You can see everything." So at this point, they sent her over to effects, and they made some sort of a crotch piece, which resembled the bottom of a G-string, and they had to glue it on. So according to her, it was a huge problem because every time she had to go to the bathroom, they had to remove it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. She said she was basically there like a department store mannequin most of the time. And she's also joked that that's the most attention that's ever been focused on her vagina.
That's fucking hilarious. But, obviously the scene was awesome for obvious reasons, but I don't know, man. They did such a good job in that scene with everything. And it's like, normally it's just, hey, look at the naked chick, boobies. But this, it was like, the scene was really fucking cool on top of it. Because, you got the guys looking like assholes staring at her. And the music was cool. The dancing was cool. The scenery was so fucking cool. You're in a cemetery. They took the attention off of a naked woman. And that's very hard to do.
Yes, it is.
But they did it.
And also, it helped that they were like very brazen about it. They're like,
right.
Look, she's gonna take her clothes off for no reason. She's gonna go full naked except for like an effects G-string apparently, and she's gonna stand up here and she's gonna dance. And we're just gonna lean into the fact that it's a little bit ridiculous,
Yeah.
And it's like, if they had tried to come up with an explanation for it, it would have been worse, But they're like, hey, this is what we're doing. We're committing to it.
It was like part musical, but it wasn't at the same time. It was really fucking well done, man. It was an awesome scene. Like I just caught myself and I was like, why am I not paying more attention to this naked woman? Like, what the fuck's wrong with me?
Yeah.
But the scene was so cool. I'm like, damn, man, they did a phenomenal job. That is hilarious. So he's like, that's even worse.
Oh my God, that's even worse.
The poor girl, man.
Always. what is it with television nudity and pubic hair where it just seems like that would cover so much and help the situation? I don't know.
It worked in the 80s.
It
Yeah. And you mentioned Night of the Living Dead has come up a couple of times.
Right.
Talking about this movie, which is fitting. The producer of this movie is a guy named John Russo, and he co-wrote Night of the Living Dead with George Romero. They had different visions on how to go to take the I guess the franchise or to go in the ways they wanted the sequels to go. So they decided that they would each make separate horror sequels to Night of the Living Dead. Romero's films, of course, were referred to as the Dead movies, and Russo produced the Living Dead series.
Nice.
Man, I like the Living Dead zombies better, dude. The movies, they're two different movies, and you have to have that conversation, and it's hard to compare the two, but zombies themselves, these are cool zombies.
They're cool zombies, yeah.
Especially the naked one. That's the thing, though, man. Like, they leaned into it so far, and the even like Don Matthews, like the progression of him and Frank. Yeah, I think Frank. Like the progression of them as they're getting sick, and then it starts really. They did such a good job, and it was so subtle at first. Because I remember first watching it, and I was like, man, they starting to look like zombies a little bit. And before it got noticeable, but they had it in there just step by step, and they paid attention.
They did a really good job with it at first. It wasn't super noticeable, but you could see they were getting paler.
Yeah.
They did a really good job with the makeup on that.
Yeah.
And then they had his tongue orange, and it was fucking awesome, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The movie features 2 Friday the 13th alums, Tom Matthews, obviously, who played Tommy Jarvis in Part 6, and Miguel A. Nunez Jr. Did you guys recognize him?
Yes.
I did not.
Yeah, he plays Demon in Friday Part 5.
Oh.
He's murdered by Jason in the outhouse. While his girlfriend sings him a song while he's trying to poop.
He looked familiar, but I am not good enough with faces to be like, outhouse guy.
Yep, same guy. And I also looked him up on IMDb. He has done a ton of shit. Dude fucking works.
He looks like Arsenio.
A little bit.
Juana Man, too.
The movie was released in Germany under a title that roughly translates to "Damn It, the Zombies Are Coming."
That's an awesome title.
The back of Freddy's jacket in the theatrical version, the words "fuck you" are displayed. After realizing that they couldn't use that if it was ever shown on TV, they shot it a second time with a second jacket, and it says television version on the back.
That's funny.
The lead pipe that Clu Gulager uses in the movie is actually made of rubber. He initially used a real pipe, but the crew snuck it away from him and replaced it with a rubber one, as Dan O'Bannon was worried about Clu's frequent angry and sometimes violent outbursts on set.
Holy shit.
Oh, God.
How many people has this guy beaten the shit out of?
Right?
Wow. It's like Bobby's thing with the hose. They hide shit on him. Holy shit. That's funny.
On the DVD commentary, Dan O'Bannon claims he was surprised at how many women were in the initial audiences and said if he had known he'd have such a large female following, he would have shown Freddy naked as well.
Okay, where's that cut?
I think they should have, because Don Matthews was looking like a snack in this fucking thing. I'm not gonna lie, man. He looked good as hell.
What does Slasher Radio have to do to get the rights for a remake for this? I've got ideas.
I don't know if Don Matthews is gonna look the same naked now, cats.
We talked about how this movie popularized the notion of zombies eating brains and groaning brains at people. A lot of people thought that was a George Romero thing, and he would constantly have to correct people about it. I'm sure he got annoyed after a while. Toby Hooper was originally selected to direct this, and it was going to be filmed in 3D, but that didn't work out.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
I mean, I love Toby Hooper, but I couldn't handle 3D.
Yeah.
Today.
Tom Matthews got his ear pierced for the role of Freddy, since it was in the character's description. And then he later found out he could have just worn a fake earring.
Poor guy.
The scene where Tina falls through a broken step was done without the actress Beverly Randolph's knowledge.
Oh my God.
Director Dan O'Banion had a false step put in while she was at lunch and then told her to do a test run up the stairs.
Oh my God.
She was banged and bruised up as a result and not happy, I would imagine.
What an asshole. You know, before you continue, like that, see, they did everything right in this, because even in the beginning, it's like, oh, that third step's a bitch.
Yeah.
And like they planted seeds. Like, I love when movies do that, and I feel like they don't do it as much anymore.
Yeah. And then the last thing that I had is that the character of Ernie has long been rumored to have been a Nazi. He shares his name with Ernst Kaltenbrunner, something. There's also some character details that indicate this. Ernie listens to the German Afrika Korps marching song that has a name that I cannot pronounce while he's listening to his Walkman. While embalming bodies, he carries a German Walther P38 gun. He has a picture of Ava Braun in his morgue. He refers to the rainstorm as coming down like, and he uses some German phrase. And he knows his way around a crematorium. So that was rumored for a long time. Dan O'Bannon in the DVD commentary says that indeed Ernie was intended to be an escaped Nazi in hiding.
Thank God, because what if like all that stuff was true, and then he was like, no. What? That was just an accidental picture of Ava Braun that we had lying around. It's like, what?
How do people put that shit together? Like, he was supposed to be in a state. Like, who the fuck? Like, I would have never. That's crazy.
Yep. And that's all the trivia that I got for the movie.
That's funny. I can't get over that. That's worse. Kat, did you want to go over your you were excited about your reviews?
I'm really excited about reviews today. Yeah, I went down a bit of a deep dive for this. So ratings and reviews, I always start with ratings. On IMDb, The Return of the Living Dead is rated a 7.3 out of 10. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has an audience score of 79% and a critic score of 91%.
Yeah.
Understandably, let's get the good review. Let's talk about the good review first. Because normally I take one good review and one bad review. I found exactly 5 bad reviews of Return of the Living Dead today, and one of them was just not good. So, but the other 4 are gems, which is why I wanted to talk about this. But I do want to get the good one out of the way. The title of this, of course, from IMDb, this is from Macabro357. And I checked, our man does not have a review for Return of the Living Dead.
Fuck.
But Macabro357 has a review titled "Beats Evil Dead and Bad Taste by Far!" ! They're back from the grave and ready to party, (laughs). Hey, this Dan O'Brien flick is almost as over the top as anything George Romero ever did. Hell, I think it's even better than Creepshow if you want to know the truth. It goes on for a while, but I just wanted to throw that grenade in at Mikey. Just some food for thought.
like, what did it have to do with Creepshow?
Nothing.
It was a Romero film.
I know, but come on, like they're two completely different things, though.
I just really like it because it starts as like, oh, it's more over the top than Romero's other films, and ends with it's better than Creepshow.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's hard to compare this with Night of the Living Dead. It's just hard, man. I think they were both equally is a rough word because Night of the Living Dead was what it was, but this is up there, man. To me, it just doesn't get the credit that Night of the Living Dead does, but it's up there.
Well, you can't really compare the two because they're two completely different things. I mean, that was the whole reason him and Romero split after Night of the Living Dead.
Right.
You know, I mean, critically, the Romero films are better.
Right.
But they're not more fun.
No. And I think as far as influence, obviously Romero's got it with Night of the Living Dead, but that's the crime of it to me. I mean, you know, Romero, not to take from him, but I feel like zombies should have been taken from this movie as well. And it just, you know, it just wasn't for whatever reason. I mean, we'd have some better movies out. You know, some of them could have used these zombies.
All right. Now, for some bad reviews.
That wasn't the bad ones.
No, that was the positive one.
Holy shit.
The bad reviews all come from IMDb also. We have one from Horror-ible Horror Films. It is called Not the Worst, an enjoyable bad horror movie, but it is given 4 out of 10 stars. I give this my personal highest rating for bad movies, 4 out of 10 stars. There are many movies worse than this. And then in parentheses, Titanic, for example.
What?
This was directed decently, I must say. Yeah, the Titanic, for example, I knew immediately. It's like, oh, we've got to talk about this shit because that's just like a random thing to throw under the bus. It goes on for a little while longer, but it ends with, oh, and if you call the 1-800 number they show on the barrel that contains the poison military gas that turns people into zombies, it's a phone sex number.
That's fucking awesome.
I cannot verify if that is true, but I do think it's very interesting that they called it.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys know tomorrow. But like, this guy's got to be drinking margarita in the can, dude. There's like, what the fuck?
There are worse movies like Titanic.
How are you going to even begin to compare Titanic?
And then he would only give it a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, and he thought that. He had that thought and he was like, people are gonna need to know this. I'm gonna have to put this on IMDb right now.
I thought a crisper was a fucking microwave and shit. And I'm calling this guy a fucking idiot. Man. Like, what the stupid ass. Wow. Okay.
All right. Our next one, we've got from RMax 304823. 2 out of 10 stars. And this is every human being faces eventual dissolution. Our most monumental curse is that we know it in a way that, say, a dog does not. The funerary practices of our own civilization can be seen as attempts to build a cocoon around the dead to shield them from the living. Even when we see the corpses, they are coyly painted, drained, and stuffed. They bear as much resemblance to a living person we knew as one of those serving suggestions on the carton of a prepared dinner bears to the actual contents. The corpse lies there quietly, soberly, as if deep in thought. It does not sweat. It does not have dandruff or bad breath. And maybe that's the way we should remember the living. Some commentators have found scenes near the beginning of this film in which the dead and buried claw their rotting way out of the ground to be haunting and beautiful. I cannot imagine why. This Romero clone is even more loathsome than the originals. Zombies stagger about, banging on doors, falling to pieces, contaminating spaces with foul odors, offending the sight. The supposedly amusing lines, "It hurts just to be dead," and this isn't just a punk outfit, it's a way of life. And the German accented embalmer listening to Wagner while he plies his trade are not in fact amusing. You know who would find movies like this enjoyable? Those with perhaps the bodies and certainly minds of 12-year-olds. It is difficult to imagine an audience of mature people who have had any contact with dead bodies before they were prettied up, finding anything to hoot and clap about. Films about ghosts can be funny if embroidered with anything like elegant wit. Films about rotting corpses doing their best to devour the living are kind of depressing, despite the wisecracks. The final gag is the best. The military, not knowing how to deal with this eruption of zombies in a small town, drop an atomic bomb to destroy the entire community. There is a real knee slapper for you.
All right. Well, that guy can eat an entire dick.
An ass to go with it.
Yeah, like a whole, just the entire fucking thing. Fuck that guy. First of all, with his bullshit writing style, trying to sound all, fucking.
I tried really hard to find just like a quote, and then it's like, you guys have to hear. I had to read this. You guys have to hear this whole thing, like, so that you understand.
Yeah, that guy, seriously, he can eat a candy bar right out of my ass.
You put candy bars in your ass now.
He will for this guy.
For that fella to eat.
Yeah, you're writing on IMDb, bro. Calm down.
Right, yeah. Fucking dipshit.
I don't even know what the fuck he's going on about. Like, it's just stupid. He does. I don't know. People really think who the fuck they are sometimes, huh?
Yeah.
What was his name again, Kat?
Oh God, I just clicked off of it.
Oh, all right.
It was a long number.
Okay, well, whoever you are,
I hope it was Snickers lover.
whoever he is, he's now forever known as an ass eater.
Yep.
Congratulations.
All right. Return of the Living Dead. This one is not rated. I absolutely hate this movie. I can't stand horror comedy, and the enormously overrated turkey Return of the Living Dead is as good an example of anything as Just Why. There is a sentence for you.
Damn, I'm gonna go call it a turkey.
It isn't funny at all, and it isn't scary, not one bit. It is one of the most tedious movies I've ever watched, and I'm baffled at how anyone over the age of 15 can find anything remotely entertaining or amusing about it.
Yeah, I'll put another candy bar in my ass for that person.
This is from Info Freak.
That's good.
Our last review comes from someone with the best use out of all of the usernames we've talked about. This is the best one. I know it's a low bar, but this is from Art Vandelay, importer exporter.
Nice.
Classic. But the review might have you reconsider that. It is 1 out of 10 stars. Terrible movie rises from the grave.
Ooh.
Easily one of the most incompetently acted and directed movies I have ever seen, ever. But that's not all. The makeup is bad. The costumes are terrible. The set design is amateur hour. The script, assuming there was one, is laughable. This movie is so bad it barely qualifies as drive-in camp. It has all the hallmarks of being funded by the Canadian Film Board and made by Cronenberg. But for some reason, they gave the Dan O'Bannon the job of, quote-unquote, directing this mess. It's as close as a zero movie as you'll ever see.
I'm going to take a shot at Canada and Cronenberg.
Just like a double whammy in there.
Yeah.
Was this filmed in fucking Canada?
No.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah.
You're not going to tell me it's filmed in Canada later, are you?
Well, now I'm going to look it up, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
I really hope it's not.
Yeah, when I saw the Canada thing, it's like, we've got a time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
Like,
no, it's just listed as United States under country.
Okay.
I don't know where it was filmed, but
what was this guy's name? Importer, export? Like, dude,
Art Vandelay, importer, exporter.
that's not even your real name, you prick. Like,
oh, it was filmed it was just filmed in Los Angeles.
Okay, cool. All right, so thank God, man. Like, I don't know why people like. I feel like these are written by people who are not horror fans. Like horror movies, if you're getting scared by most movies you're seeing, there's something wrong with you. You know, they don't have to be scary, but you can sit and appreciate the movie for what it is. This isn't a like. I don't know if these people sat down expecting a slasher movie. Like, dude, it's a zombie movie.
But it wasn't scary. It was amateur hour. The performances, the quote unquote directing.
I do.
No, I had to dig real deep. I had to scrape the bottom of the barrel today for the Return of the Living Dead reviews for a negative one, and they were wild. Like each one of them was unhinged.
I did want to I mentioned Dan O'Bannon real quick.
Yeah,
he hasn't directed much. He's only done a few things, but as a writer, he has got an amazing list of credits. He wrote the John Carpenter film Dark Star. He wrote Alien.
Damn.
He wrote Heavy Metal. He wrote this Return of the Living Dead. He wrote Aliens, and a bunch of Alien stuff after that, including Alien 3, Alien versus Predator, the video game. Yeah, he has done a ton of stuff with the Alien franchise. And Total Recall. He also wrote that.
wow.
And Life Force. So he's got a hell of a resume as a writer. As far as a director goes, it was just he did a short. He did this, and then something called The Resurrected in 1991. I don't know what that is.
Rob, can you put another candy bar up your ass for that last guy, by the way?
I mean, I'm sort of upset because I really like his name. So
look what he said.
He's not going to get the candy bar in the ass treatment like the other two.
All right. Well, he gave it the lowest score too.
I know what he did.
He knows what he did.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if like these people rewatch it ever and go, "Oh, I'm an asshole." Like,
no, they're not that self-aware.
Especially not the one guy. Especially not the pretentious man.
Oh, that guy! Fuck that guy all the way to hell.
Yeah, I thought I told you guys in the chat, like before we started, it's like, I don't know if I'm being trolled or not. Because who just like sits down and writes a review like this?
I don't understand, man. Like they were so and to say the costumes, right? Like, dude, these kids look fucking awesome. Like, were these? I don't know. It seems like a 16-year-old kid wrote that. It's like the costumes are like, man, this kind of how people dressed in the 80s, dude. Like,
yeah,
especially that scene.
Yeah,
you know, they weren't really. I know they were, but they weren't truly considered really costumes then when this was made, because it's how life was.
Just outfits.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. Is that it for the reviews, Kat?
That is it for the reviews.
Thank God. Rob's butt's gonna hurt now. Like, this is a whole damn.
Man, that Titanic thing just cracks me up.
A zombie movie to the Titanic. I don't know. This, like I said, I can't believe Greg was very, very nice. And his...
Yeah, this was a great pick, Greg.
It was.
Yeah, it was fun. I hadn't watched this movie in a long time. It was fun to watch it again.
I enjoyed it a lot. I don't think there was really anything else I had to say. What'd you guys think of the effects?
They were good for the most part.
I like them.
Yeah, for its time. And like that first real zombie reveal in the basement, like when Homegirl went down there looking for Thom Matthews, and here comes dude out of the corner. Like, put yourself in 1985 and you see that.
Yeah, that was Tar Man, wasn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. He looked awesome though.
I do think the worst effects were that the zombie that they dismember.
Yes.
In the beginning. I understand he was supposed to look kind of waxy and embalmed, but oh boy. That one was a little rough. But past that.
Yeah, but like the dog, like the split in half dog thing, that looked amazing.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
I thought that looked great.
And tragic. I did not like seeing that.
Yeah.
Me either. But it was genius to put in there.
Yeah.
Because, so many things built to something. Like the dog being alive. Like, it was a cool little touch. You obviously know where the movie's going. It's a zombie movie. But they built to it. You know, like they had the camera going through the pipes and all that. Build to something, man. Like that's what fucking movies nowadays are missing a lot of times. Not all the time, but a good amount of time. It's getting better. But horror movies they just don't fucking build to anything, man. They just throw a couple jump scares and then you got a fucking Conjuring movie. Like, I don't know. It's weird. And like they actually built to shit here. And it was nice to see.
It's really nice.
But I'll admit, when the zombie came out of that room and it was just a bald, naked dude fucking running at somebody, I laughed so hard, man. Every time I laughed so hard. It's fucking funny as shit.
Right. I mean, there are some things too, like when he's showing the kid around at the beginning, he's like, here's the skeletons that we get. They come from India, you know, and you're looking at this thing like that's clearly a plastic skeleton that came from Party City. Right. But who gives a shit? You know, it doesn't matter. Who cares?
Oh, and I think it was really genius to have it. I don't know if it was written this way or if it was written with budget in mind, but having it take place in a medical warehouse, because there were so many there were very clearly empty cardboard boxes around that were just labeled with random science terms. There's one that's just like beakers, and you're like, all right.
There's the beakers. Yeah.
But like it worked. It all worked together, you know, and
yeah. It
was great.
Yeah, no complaints.
Fun movie.
Enjoyed it.
All right, so we're ready to Portnoy this bad boy?
Yeah, who wants to go first?
Does anyone have their Portnoy ready?
I always have mine ready.
Sure, Rob has his ready.
Excuse me, sir. Go ahead and let's hear it.
All right. Like I said, this movie, despite what those dumbass reviewers had to say, I really thought all the performances in this movie was great. I thought the humor hit really well. I think it's a very funny movie. The soundtrack is awesome. You know, watching it as a grown ass man, I don't find it scary at all. But I do remember the first time I saw this movie, I was at my friend Eric's house. We was having like a sleepover, like, you know, like 5 or 6 of us there. And we watched it late at night after his dad had gone to bed. And I was probably, I don't know, 10, 11 years old. And it did scare me then, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's all they were going for, right? Obviously, they had a certain idea of what they wanted to make, and I think they hit it spot on. I give this movie an 8.2.
Damn. Okay. I'm gonna start calling you Willy Wonka.
What?
Pulling candy bars out of your ass. You brought up the other guys. They review people again. Call you Willy Wonka. All right. 8.2. I think I'm gonna land at an 8.9.
Wow.
Yes, I really enjoyed this movie. Music was big, and you know, and that's coming from someone who doesn't really listen to rock music, and I still thought it was fucking jamming. I feel like a lot of movies missed out by not taking advantage of the mold that was laid out for zombies in this movie. I loved the zombies in this movie. The effects were great for what they were doing. And contrary to one of the candy bar people, I thought the acting was great. Another important thing was I was interested in the story that they had going on, the main story, and I was also interested in what was going on with those kids. It's very hard to get like that 2 separate storyline thing and both of them be good. 8.9.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad I'm getting to go last. I had 2 Portnoys written down for this. When I finished watching the movie, I was like, really solid movie. Had a great time watching it. I ended up giving it a 7.9, but then like throughout the day as I was thinking about it, it kept getting like higher and higher because it's like, man, this was really good. And I thought about the soundtrack and I was still giggling about the police officers getting munched on. And by the end of the day, by the recording time, I have it at an 8.3.
Okay.
Which I'm going to keep as my final score.
Fair enough.
So we have a Slasher Radio approved movie.
Yes, an 8.5.
Is this the first of our Patreon picks to get Slasher Radio approved?
Slither, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, Slither and Feast 3.
Yeah.
1.1. Yeah, I mean, man, I always liked this damn movie, and you look at things like Walking Dead, and that's one thing. Walking Dead there was like a rumor that the zombies were going to talk one season, and it was like, holy shit, because they had like a little cliffhanger teaser for here's what's going to be on next season, and it was like
the fucking whisperers.
Yeah, it turned out to just be them. But that everyone was fucking really excited about that, and that would have been fucking cool as shit, and it could have evolved into this, man. Like, they really could have taken that opportunity to do something different and do something fresh and take advantage of this awesome mold that Return of the Living Dead put there, and just nobody decides to do it. So that's a miss on them. Fuck them mother.
Yeah, it was a miss. I think that on the surface, when you first see the characters in this movie, it's easy to dismiss them also and just kind of go, oh, these are just your stereotypical horror movie characters or whatever. But I actually think that most of the characters in this movie get a little more depth than I was expecting them to.
It's subtle, but it's there.
Yeah. And there's a lot of characters, so it's hard, but I would assume it's a hard thing to pull off, to give them all sort of their own individual personalities and that sort of thing. It would be much easier just to stereotype them and throw them together. But they do a really great job, I think, with that.
Yeah. I will say, in terms of their personality, if there was one thing that would have made the movie better for me, it would have been pushing that just a little bit further. But also, when you put the Return of the Living Dead into its time, having that much depth even was already kind of a rare thing,
Yeah.
We aren't watching mid-'80s horror movies for the character development. Like, this was pretty impressive back then.
Yeah. Now, have you guys seen any of the sequels?
No.
Yes.
Okay. I have not. I've heard the third one is good, but I haven't seen any of them.
It's been a while since I've seen all of them. I don't think any of them are as good as this.
Yeah. I would imagine they're not as good as this, but I have heard that 3 is good.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I haven't seen any of the remakes. That scares me. So, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else for this one, guys. I don't know if you guys do.
Oh, no.
I don't have anything else.
I'm out.
Greg went from suggesting a movie that, or picking our movie. It was a 1.1 to an 8.5. God damn.
That's impressive, Greg.
This comeback of the year right there. He had literally almost an entire 7 points, and on an entire approved movie, almost more. Fucking A. So thank you, Greg, for this pick. Thank you for being nice. Greg, Chris, everybody else, please keep in mind, Rob's mouth does not reflect all of us.
Yeah, here's the thing. If Mikey does something to offend you guys, foreign horror movies, if Rob does something to offend you guys, we'll find something that just pisses him off.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Like a movie with a leprechaun in it.
I didn't do anything wrong.
You called the patrons bitches and told them to bring it. You're antagonizing them on purpose.
Bring it, bitches.
And when I piss you guys off, you can like Paranormal Activity is an option. I don't like to advertise it, but it's out there.
Not the pool cleaner.
One day, we got to do it, right?
Not Where's Waldo of horror films. The only movie I ever watched where somebody's like, "Did you see that? I think that moved. Did that move? I don't know. I think it might have moved." The fuck out of here with your bullshit.
My God. Anyway, go over to Slasher Radio on Twitter and slasherradio.com. You'll be able to listen to all of our articles, interviews, episodes, all that stuff. I think that's really it. Patreon.com. We've been talking about all episode.
Yeah, get over there and sign up for the Patreon. Who knows? Maybe you could win B's phone number.
Not giving out B's phone number, but maybe you win the Attack of the Killer Tomato pins or the artwork from my band box. Next week, I will on the show. The wheel will be back, and I'll pick a winner. And if you're not signed up, you're not eligible to win. Period. That's it. So head over to patreon.com/slasher radio. Support the show, goddammit. And I'm at Mikey's Day. Rob,
I am on Twitter at Radio Rob123. And you can listen to my other show, This Horror Life, wherever you are listening to Slasher Radio.
You guys just did a Tony Todd episode, and it was
We did.
great.
Yeah, that was a great episode. Did you see my request for an application to be you guys' mascot?
No.
You don't want a mascot?
No, not if it's you.
Yeah.
Where did you send this application? What I don't know. I don't see anything ever.
I
don't know. Where you
I sent a
it.
message in our group.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't pay attention to it.
Unbelievable. It just ignores me, Kat. Like I'm not even here.
Unbelievable.
Where are they finding you?
You can find me on Twitter at @_Velour, VOLEUR.
And that is how the cookie crumbles this week. We will be back. I believe Kat put her foot down about
X.
something. Yes.
X.
So we're doing X next week.
Now available on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Which I just ordered.
Yes.
There you go. All right, guys. We'll be back.
Not that I can watch it.
But
so this is one of the rare moments we actually know what we're doing next week. Thank you to Greg for this movie. Thank you to the patrons for participating and supporting the show. We'll catch you next week. Good night from Slasher Radio.
All the best of Slasher Radio podcast.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.